everyone, this is Roman. I'm going to show you today another tutorial. This time we make the rest of textures, the lighting and material, and also we make some modeling small stuff. For example, you see this 1, 2, 3. I show you how you can do this very easy. And also we make this glow light here. And we create the textures in body paint again in this one, and also we create this texture here, and we create textures this here. We make also the material glow here. You can see we have this little glow nice. And final, we make xpresso. So in xpresso, very easy. You can go, for example, here in Mothership, and here you can change the count. Now I have 8, and I can use something like 5, for example. And you can see it's automatic update, and also it's updating the lighting and the glow and all this stuff, all automatic. The only you need to do is change the count, and you have how tall you want. If you have 50, you can see how now it's going, the tune. So if you like this, you can follow the tutorial. Okay, so the first I want to do, when you open the old skill, you have something like this. Go to the clone and make just 2 counts. And also go to symmetry and make this off. And go to camera and just click so you can control. Okay, now when you have this, uh, okay, go close about here so we can see. Also remove line physical sky and make a new. Make a new physical sky. In coordinates use 40 degrees, 40 degrees. Okay, so when you're ready, you have some. Okay, you can see the shadow. This is good. Also, this is dark, and I want to put a light. So let's make a new light and place in the room here. Okay, zoom, find here about in the middle. And in light, go to the test and make square clamps and make this just smaller. Okay, and ready this is what. And now you can see we have more brand room here. Okay, this is good. The next step is I go to physical sky. In the sky, I want to make this into bigger, 118, and the sun I do the same. And in time location, I use time like this, 30. Okay, so when I have all this, my final looks like something. Okay, the next, take both, make a group object, and use here white lights. Okay, when you're done, let's continue now and make the goal for this space. Okay, now you have this, go to my starter use B3D paint. So we go to the body paint, and here we are. And now go and right click in texture tab and make a block, here it is, and drag this here, about here. So like this, you can see both. You see the here the original, and you see also the texture. The next is Iraden. I want to click this here, right click custom palettes, and drag the Raiden about here. Okay, so like this, you Raiden and you see what happened. Okay, now I want to make another texture here, and I make this just black. Click OK, and you have something like this. And let's save these textures. Just save as, TIFF, OK, and call wall metal. Okay, now you have this. Go to the object and find the first here. Basically, double click so you see the material here. Go to the basic, enable the normals here, and also if you want to see better, you can go here and you use undock. Okay, and now you can see bigger. And now let's go to the normal here. In normal, let's make a new normalize effects. Okay, and open this and open the textures that we create. Okay, so when you have this, make this SAT, use just blue one, make this bigger, and use this 40. Okay, nice. So like this, when you paint, you see the BAM. Okay, put back this, like before, like this. So like this, you can have all your tools back. Intention, basically go here and make this qubit, and go to the other here, texture here, in basically again, and make this again qubit. Okay, so now you have set up also the texture map. Okay, this now I want to make a new layer here, and I want to use the draw line with these options here. And this I want to do, I want to make just one line here. Okay, close, make one line. You see very deep here, and continue. continue. Okay, and this I carry on one line because after that I can double click the duplicate and rotate. Okay, so when you have this, go close, go select all, go to the move tool, hold the add and click, go to transformation tool and use rotate 90 degrees CV. When you do this and click apply, now you can see actually the line is here. So select all here, move tool, hold the add and click, and this time make 1, 2 and apply. Okay, now I have this, I want to make some more lines. So first line, I want to make one here. Okay, hold the shift. Second, I want to make one here and stop about here. The next, I want to make about here. Another one, I want to make here. And last, I want to make here. Maybe a little up. Okay, when you've done this, go close just to make sure is everything connect. Or the line is connect. Okay. So now go to background and give another color. So let's go to color and use something like a Mobrane about here. And let's take the fillet, or maybe it's too much, and maybe use something like this. And fillet this. So now when I write in here, or when I click this, you can see, you start to see this line we just create. So we see this here, we see also here. And this I see I want more strange. So I make this more white. Let's make it more white. And write it again. Okay, and now you can see more clear. This is good, and I leave like this. Call this layer titles. Make another one, and this make the switch. Okay, and this is my switch. Okay, now we have a switch. Let's go close and let's start to make some switch. So this I want to do. I want to make for this title to every corner one switch. So I make, for example, white color because white color is put out the bump. So when I make one here, because I have white, now you see there is here small here and here and here you can see. And I do this to all corners. And I continue this video, so don't need to see. And you have something like this for every corner. And when I rate them, you have all squeeze here in the corners. Okay, and this is the basic of background. So let's make a new here folder. I call this BAM, and I drag for down to up. So like this, we have all the again nice. Okay, and when you done, save this. Okay, so the first I'm gonna do, I want to make a new folder here, and I call this color. And in color, let's make a new layer. This I will do now is I want to put the color of the band to the correct channel. So let's go to the object in the material here, and here double click, make here, so it's making new. And now here first normal, open this, open, select and select the band, click OK, and go to the color, load the textures, I have loaded already, and go and select the color. Okay, also something important, I leave this here above so I can see. So basically I click reload when I change something because there is some problem sometimes don't update. So we click reload image, it's reloading. So I go to lay now my color for example and open the basic metal here in the color and lay and I make for example green or something. You see here it's done updating. You see it's updating, but when you read it, you have a black. So when you click reload image, this is updating, and now you can see the original color. Okay, so now I have this. I go to color, and I use something like this color, and I use my pen here, and actually with this here, and here big, small, then also spacing I think it's okay, so let's draw. Okay, this is okay. Let's make a filter first, so with this color, okay, nice. And now I'm going to make some more dark stuff. So you see, I'm use very simple do, but I can do this because before this I need to use the title less, so I don't have problem with titles. So let's do again. It is too much white, maybe a little bit. Okay, yeah, something like this. Maybe something like more. So I try to make some noise different, so you can see. Okay, so let's see how it looks like reload image, and let's rate this. And here how it looks like. And okay, so now let's make a new layer here, and this time use something like the white. Go to noise, make a noise, and go here in the blue, make a motion blue, and see something like this. And when you have this, go and make this overlay. I want to be more dark, maybe soft lights. You see, start to make some lines here. So let's reload this. You don't click yes, no. So because if you click yes, it's reverse everything. Okay, and now you see, I start to make some lines here. Okay, and now let's change this to overlay to see how it looks like. This is too dark. So go to fillet levels, and I'm going to make this more dark, not too much, just to give some like this. Okay, so let's reload. Let's see what we get. Okay, and I think this is good. And the last I want to do is I want to go to this layer here and just make a small noise here, not too big, just very small like this. Okay, so this I'm going to do now. I'm going to make also the title. So let's take this double K and put this up. And now select all and go to filter, color correction, and how you are here, and change this something looks like more interesting. Okay, something like that. And the next is I go to switch and I do the same. I switch here, and I go here in my color correction level. Okay, let's go close this, and I use switch again. And this time I want to make this more to see. So let's see something. Okay, something like this here. Okay, so let's reload this and write them. And here how it looks like, and it's very cool. Okay, so the last I want to do now is I go to select the title, select from layer, so this select only the titles, and I want to use also the switch, select add to layer, so this make also the switch, and let's make this event. So now when I paint only inside to the blocks here, the title. And this I want to do is I want to make a new layer, and I go to paint. So now I go to paint here, and I click this here, and I use a rectangle here. And rectangle I use size just like this. Let's see. Okay. Uh, in spacing I use 120. So you see. And in hardness I use this about 9 degrees. So you see how it looks like. And now go to the size and I use randomize. So this is make randomize. You see every time. So one is making more big and more big. Nice. And last I go to jingle here and make this bigger, and I use this randomize also. So basically, okay, and I use the jingle here also. So now, okay, now you start to see these boxes. Okay, this is too much. Let's try something like, okay, maybe, okay, something like this. To have some small and big like this, and use this overlay and just paint. Just paint like this. Just do something like this. And maybe this maybe smaller. Okay, so it's ready to load to see what we get. And you can see how it looks like. And I think I'm gonna make more. I don't see, just to give a little like metal, and maybe I make some small reload. Let's ready this. See? Okay, so you see something like this, so you see some small swatch. So the next I'm going to do now, I go to layer and I can make a new layer, and I go to draw line here. And this I'm going to do, I make some lines, I draw, and maybe it's more, okay. And I change this to overlay. So now you don't see how it looks like, but it's too small, you can see. So let's go to color here and make more dark. Okay, now we start to see. So let's make this. Make this smaller, just for. Okay, so this I do is I draw some lines, randomize, not too close, so give okay, you see, just some lines like this. Okay, and let's reload. So this give us more interesting, some lines happen. You see now we have some more lines. And also let's go here and make this smaller. I don't want to see very well. Just see now. Let's read this. Okay, and the reload. Let's reload. And let's read again. Okay. So you see some very small details, not very clear, but it's here. Okay, so this I'm going to do now. I'm going to go to squeeze, select from layer, and now let's make event. Okay, and I make a new layer here, and I use a stroker here, line with stroker, and I use here this. And this I'm going to do, I'm going to make some lines here. So I use here soft lights and 50%. Now when I drag, actually you see I make this here line. So basically this I do the line I have again, and also one up, one down, one here, one here, one here, and last one here. So you get this more interesting look. So let's reload. So when I read them, see we have this nice line dirty in the corner. Okay, so now let's try something like bigger, something 70%. Let's reload and let them. Okay, here how it looks like, and let's go a little back so we see actually the feather how it looks like. Okay, here how it looks like. I think it's interesting. Okay, I forget to record this part, so I'm going to show you very quick how I make. Basically, I change the green. Do you remember we have here the green? Basically, I just remove, and you have something like this. And now I paint with dark green like this. So I start to paint, and I use white, and I use these colors, and I do again and again, and I try to find something looks like the exam here I have. Also I use it more dark, and now you see start to on this one here, just to start to be like this. So like this I did. Basically this I do, and I go to title, and I go to filter, and I change with the horizon level, so it looks like the same color, and the squeeze the same, and I have this result here. Okay, so now let's make the specular, duplicate this for them, and hide all this, and use this, so this is make the layer, and again filter in the level, like we did in the first texture, and this I want some dark areas, okay, and in this I want to use something nice, so let's go here in hues, uh, use also grayscale, so we have a grayscale like this, and this is my specular. Let's call this specular. Okay, and enable all the eyes and save. Okay, so now let's go back to the original view, to the standard view, and let's open the material here, and let's go to the refractive here, and just remove, make add new GGX, and in GGX let's make the reflection 0, and specular up, and also make this bigger, and in specular strange actually you load the texture in here, in texture, load the text, and open the texture and select the specular. Okay, And let's go down in Fresnel channel. Use a conductor and use this time iron. Okay, so let's ready to see what we get. I forget to change this to adaptive, and let's read again. Okay, maybe a little more. Okay, let's see this how it looks like for here, for example. Okay, you can see. Now I want to load the material reflection. So let's go here, make add new GGX. This is my specular. This is my reflection channel. Reflection is going down. Specular, make add and make specular 0. Here use conductor Fresnel and use iron. And in reflection, I use something like, let's try something 18. Okay, I change to run something like 15. Okay, let's read it again. Okay, so I use 10%. Let's read this to see what we get. Okay, and here how it looks like. And yeah, this is very nice, and I keep this. And so let's continue and make now the other textures. So the next textures I want to make is the sink, and it's very easy this text to make. So let's go to the sink here, double click, uh, uncheck this, go to color, and create a new texture here. Okay, and this time I don't want to use too big. I use a 512, you can see, and click OK. And let's go back to the body paint here. And here I load the scene color. Now I take this here. Okay, make off this, make a new. And this, let's make a yellow for fillet. Make yellow. And also let's grab this, make this more noise. Okay, like this, okay, something like this. And let's go here and make another noise here, something like this. And now, okay, now let's go to the filter in color correction level and try to make this more yellow. Okay, I think this is good already. Okay, and click OK. Okay, so now this I want to do, I want to make a new lines, just use like a brush. So let's make a new texture here. And this time I want to use this bigger, do something like this, click OK. And now let's make a new layer here. And here, let's go here, make this white. Just make white. Okay, and this, just make one line with black, like this. And now take this line and go to the brush tool here in bitmap and click load selection mode. And now actually I can paint with this. Okay, so when I go see, I paint this. And the nice thing is you can rotate this. Okay, so let's go here in meta sign here, make a new. Now you see I paint, and actually I want to make this 40 degrees. And now let's make some paints here. Okay, something like this. Okay, and this is a line, so let's call this lines. And let's call this background. This I remove the one. I need to change this material because I see the line it is strange now. But okay, I do this later. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a new layer. And I go here and I say select from layer. So this select my lines. Okay, and I go here in the layer and I make new mask layer. Now I can fill it with any color gun. So listen, so you see, and this time I'm going to use something like this. And I grab everything here, Ctrl A, and I go and I make a noise here. Just this. And I go to blue and make motion blue. Okay, about something, let's see, something like this. Click OK. So now go here in the put this up and use the okay, use overlay. Just I want to give some okay, something like this, so you don't have strange lines. Okay, and when you have this, when written, you can see how it looks like, but the problem is this is different. So we need to go to object here in the sign and use qubit. So now you see it looks better. And I'm going to do the same for the other. So let's go here in single use this qubit. Okay, and let's go back to the layer here. And last, I go to lines here and I go to make a little noise. Okay, just to make a little, okay, something like this. And I make this a little bit dark. Okay, I think this is very nice. Okay, and this is the sign. So let's save this. Okay, and let's rename this lines too. And for this here textures, this I just make simple layer and I use this something like cut. And I use this here with the rectangle box and just I make this here. Okay, and do something like this. Okay, and why not let's make some noise also. Okay, use something like gas blue, not gas blue, motion blue I mean. Okay, something like this. Okay, and now you can load in this, we check this. So let's go very fast here in the object and go to the sign here in the color, double click, open this here. And now in here, let's select this, this, and this. We hold control and click OK. Let's go to the sign work here and load the texture. Okay, and when you load, you can see here. So let's rate them. And here also the other text. So all the text is finished. I want to make now the glow. Okay, so let's go back to the standard. Okay, and I want to enable the bevel now, and also this. And in my sign wall, I want to make it really smaller. So let's go here. Okay, I need to make off this because take time. And okay, this is 100. Okay, make off this. And let's make this smaller. Just, I think this is good. Okay. Okay, let's see how it looks like. Let's render this. Okay, and now I'm going to go to sign and enable also the refractive here to give it the specular. Okay, and specular maybe I make this smaller. Okay, something like this. And I go to sign here also. And okay, I think this is good. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, I leave like this. So the texture is finished. I'm going to make now the glow material. So the next I'm going to do is I'm going to make also the flow. So let's paste the preview flow here. Hold the add and drag in the flow. So this is replace the material and right here flow. And also I want to enable the OpenGL so we see. Okay, and here this I do is actually I scale the material. So I go here in my flow and I use qubit, and now I I'm I use the title so you can see. Actually I go to this here and make off, and now I go to the flow here and actually yeah, you can see here I scale the material textures. So this I want to make just okay, let's go close here. Hold the you hold the add, you have small values and drag, okay, something like this. And this I'm going to do, I copy and I paste also here, so we have exactly the same. Okay, and here how it looks like. And let's enable also the symmetry. Okay, let's go here and just radian. As you see, now I don't have lives and stuff, but okay, you can see how it looks like. And I think it's very okay. And now I have load all my textures. I want to make some glow now, materials. Okay, so they're going to make now the glow. So let's go here to the glow basic. And let's go here in color and use something like this. Okay, and I go to limits now. And I want to copy this material to the lumen channel. And this time I make this the more dark. Okay, next I'm going to glow and enable the glow. And this I'm going to do something like 205 centimeter. And let's ready to see what we get. And also I want to make the lights off, so because I want to see the glow how it looks like. So let's rate this. And now you can see I have this glow here. Okay, the next I want to do, I want to go here and I make a diffuse. And in diffuse I want to make a noise. Okay, let's go a little close on this. And let's go here and make this POXO. And so when I rate them, I have this, okay? Okay, so now this I want to replace the material for the glow, for this glow here is this one, and I'm going to replace it for this here also. Okay, so it's this one, and I'm going to replace also this here, and it's this one here. And the last on this, I want to hold control, so I copy one and just I replace. And I open this and I use the transparent, and I use something like 0.6, and I use something like a small, like this. And now I go to glow and I make this bigger, and I use also bigger this. Okay, and let's ready to see what we get. Okay, and this I'm going to do, I'm going to go here in my transparent and enable total infrared reflection. This gives us more interesting look. And you can see this is now much better. So when I rate them on these sizes. Okay, so the next I'm going to do, I'm going to go to lumens and I make this more dark. Okay, so when I rate them, I can see this looks more nice. Okay, and here how it looks like. So you can see also that now the glow is finished. So the last I'm going to do now, I'm going to make some colors in the pipe. So this I'm going to do, I'm going to merge. So I take this pipe and I hold the add and I drag. So this is merge. And then last I hold control and I drag. So this make a copy. And I hold the add and I drag here. So this replace all my pipes with this material. And I go here and I use this normal, I make off. Okay, and now I go to here and I make all my pipes to qubit. So this here, and also I have more pipe and qubit. Okay, so when I rate them, you can see these pipes here now have this color. And the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make this bigger. So let's go to this here thing. Open the other one part here and hold control and click. So this select both. And use this something like 0.5. And 0.5 is good. So this is make more bigger this part. So now my textures you can see here is bigger. And as you can see here, the material and texture is finished. Now need some lights. And I must forget this here also. So I hold the art and I click this here. And also call this pipe so you don't have a problem to find easy. And now actually everything is finished. Now I have also this pipe here and everything is correct. And here how it looks like the final results. And again, this does not have any lights. Okay, now I'm going to put some lights. So first, let's enable again the make off and make on the magic switch. So this is back everything. I use this 18 like before. And now my first light I want to make is the light for the top. So let's make a new light here. And I'm going to use area. And I'm going to use little blue, something like this. Uh, maybe less, something like this, okay? And now I want to go type and use also area. And in light, I go here and I use set active object camera. So like this, I can see through the light like a camera. I go back and I use about my light something like this. Okay, so let's go back in the camera and also let's go with the settings and use this physical as low, and let's ready this to see. And as you can see here, we start to get for the windows to the light, and here it is, but it's very, it's need more power. So let's go to CCD and make this big. So let's make it CCC 150, and now as you can see here, we see more clear the light. Okay, so this is the basic light for the top. So let's write here light top. Okay, and let's make a group and call this lights. Okay, so let's make this off the camera, and I want to make one light here. So I want to light this part. So let's make a new light here. Basically, remove this light, go to light horde and make a light tagger. And now you have the light tagger here. And take the tagger here and put here you want to light up. So I want to light up about this here part. So okay, I want to use also the top view. So I found easy. Okay, here and something like this. Now take them light and move. Okay, and now you can see start to light up this part. Be like this, and on this I want to use area, and I will make it close. Okay, and in this I want to use a details event clamp, and I want to make it the smaller like this. Basically, I use invest physical, and I use 100 50 degrees like this. Okay, so the first I want to use 180 degrees, so you have a big light you can see here. Okay, and here I want to make this bigger and this smaller. And I want to make close, and also let's move this down about here. So let's use this 40 degrees and 40. Okay, and take both and move a little bit so you have in the middle exactly here. Okay, and now on this light here I want to use something like blue again, something like this, and let's try 80 degrees. Okay, and when I have this I want to make a clone, so let's make a new clone, and in my clone I put in light and I put the light here, and also I want to make a null, and I put like a pivot this, and I put my light here. Okay, and now you can see and the next step is I want to use 0, and I want to use the bigger this. I want to use 2 times, so if I go here you see I have this, so I copy, and I go here and I paste on this, and I double it by 2, so I multiply by 2, and next I going to use here something like 9, so the half of 18 I use, and now I make this undo. I use like original side here, like I have also the mothership, and also I use in the light the same. Okay, now is because I want to light also the next part. I forget this. We use another light to skip one light, so you have more randomized light. And it looks more interesting. So when I did this, only the part you see, actually I light up this part, and you see how nice it looks like. We have some dark and nice shadows here, and you see, very nice. So I'm gonna enable everything, but before I enable, I want to make this also symmetry light. So to do this, I go to the null I have here and I make a group again. In my group, I take the null I have all the lights and I use instance and I put inside in the null. And now I go to coordinates and I use negative x here. So like this, basically a symmetry light, and you can see now I have one light for here and one light from here. And like this now I can enable it, and I can see all my lights left and right. And when I read in this, I start to get something like this, but I want to make this more light. So let's put this here more close. Okay, and move it up. Just this I want to do. I want to make this here corners to have a little light up. You see now start to have the here, and also I want to make more. So let's put more, maybe a little down, just to see something. Look, okay, I move this a little bit here, here and maybe the wire, and you see it start to have this here reflection line. Okay, and when I do you see these nice lines now, and you can see these nice lines here now. Okay, so let's make the next slide and we see later how it looks like this and to make it better. The next slide I want to make is inside to the room here for the ship. So let's make a of this, go here and let's go here and make a new light, put it in here, okay, and let's go to the mothership and enable this and make this 2 so we can focus. Okay, okay, we can do this. And take the light we just create here and just I want to make this inside. Let's put inside. So the speed up, make off this and just place where you like the light here. Okay, and I'm going to go really close. And this I want to do is I want to light this here part, this room. Okay, so let's go to details here and change this to inventory scale and use very small because I want just small light here. See, just to light up. Okay, and I have something like this. So when I read them here, we see the dark and the light. See, also I put another light so we see better. Okay, so let's make the last light here we use for the full ship here to make more light up. But before this, I want to make the small here lights lens. Okay, so this I'm going to do. I'm going to hide, and I'm going to make a small scenery here. Okay, and I'm going to use 3.5 50, and I use this to Z to X. So you see, and I want to make another one here torus, and again I'm going to use the X here, and I make small, and also I want to make the radius small here, and I make it smaller, and this I try to do. I literally push like this, maybe this smaller. Okay, something like this. So I'm going to put this here inside. So I have the pivot and I put the light also here. And you see, I have this light, small light, and I use something like blue here. Okay, and in this light here, I use details event segment here, and I make very, very small, too small, like this. So you see, it start to have this here light, and I go to visibility and I use volumetric here. So when I read them, now this is too big, the volumetric. So let's go to visibility and make this smaller also. Just small like this. And now you see, you have this length, but I want to make this smaller. I want to be inside like this. Okay, and you have this length now here. So when I go further, the camera, like this, you see this more nice light. And let's go to scenery here and enable the fillet. Make this smaller, and let's put this really like this. Okay, let's see how it looks like this. Okay, okay, so now let's take the light and place. So let's make here, enable this, and let's place here. Okay, and okay, now let's see this how it looks like. So you see we have this more nice light, and I do the same exactly for the app. So let's copy this here and move up. Okay, and you have something like this. Oh, now take both and move inside to lights here and move inside to the null. So like this is repeat to every parts. Okay, and now we have a base setup. This I want to do, I want to copy this here, just copy and paste. And I do this because if you see this room have the light, but this room is don't have. And this I want to do is I want to make office light. So I make this. So because this is make this take the one and after I say the second. So in my second here, I remove the light here because I don't need. Okay. And also I want to remove the light. So this I want to have one up and one down. So I start for the up. So I go here and I remove my down here. Basically my up, this is my up. And I go to the next here and I remove the down. So like this, going like this. So when I enable everything, so as you see what happened, and I enable the camera, and also enable the clone, and in my clue I use 18. Okay, when I rate them, so this you can see you have one light here and one light now up, one light here, light up, and here you have also the light. So I make, this is the 1 and this is the 2, because the step, so it's repeat. So like this, for example, like I say, you remove this you don't need, and like this you have it. And also this I want to do, now I want to put some numbers here. If you remember, I have some numbers, and I want to show you how you can make this also. So the next I want to do, I want to write 1, 2, 3, to have a font letters. So let's make here a new graph text. And more text, let's use this immediately. Let's write just 1. And let's change the font to cashless. And this I use for internet. I have found free font download. And also now I want to write here just A. And now this I want to do, I want to make a new xpresso. And in my expresso here, I use the data, I use, and I'm making new add data. And let's write here num. And let's change the float to integer. Okay, click OK. Now drag the expression inside to X group. Drag also here the num in red. And drag also the font. And when you have a font, drag the text in the blue. And now this connect. And this you do now is when I change this here, it changed this letter. You can see? Okay, nice. And because I have this, I want to make a beacon. But before this, let's place this and correct place. So let's, okay, so let's move this. Okay, let's place. Okay, let's go here and make off this and let's scale. Okay, I want to write just one first time. Okay, like this. Now let's place this in the middle. Try to see something. It's okay. Okay, and I think this is okay. Maybe okay, something like this. It's okay. And now let's copy this, paste. I call this B. And now I'm going to start for 1, 2, 8. Nice. And the next is go to more text here, and I use clone, and I put the A and the B. Okay. And in my clone, I use 18 here, and I use in clone Ben. So like this is make a Ben. Okay, and you can see here also. Okay, maybe make it 0. And next, let's go here and show the same Z position we have in also here, and multiply by 2. And you can see here 1, 2, 3, and going like this. And uncheck this fix clone. So like this, you have like you place original the letters like this. And let's copy this clone, copy and paste. And let's go to both here, and coordinates use plus X. So like this, you see like a mirror, like for the here size and here. And now when enable the magic here switch, enable the camera, and also let's make a glow material both here, and let's rate them. And now you can see these numbers, very cool. And now let's make the basic line in the center so we see it light up the skin. So on this, I'm going to make just a clone and put in light inside here. And I'm going to make a new light here and put inside here. And I want to use here just area light and area shadows. And I'm going to go to details and use event square club. And I'm going to make this just smaller. And maybe I make it a little bigger. Okay, like this. Now I want to place this light. Okay, let's go here and clone it. Okay, so uncheck the freeze clone, and now take the light and let's change the camera and try to place here, and in clone here, use again 0 and use the value we had before. and this time again multiply by 2. Now you see, actually I light up this here and make this up here. Okay, change the color to something again like a small blue. Okay, let's see what we get when we read them. Okay, and here how it looks like. I think it's too bright, so I want to make it more dark. So let's change the light here. Okay, let's go to the clone here. Let's go to MoGraph and make a new random. Okay, and like this, I want to give it literally random to my lights. Okay, and use something like here 500. And let's go to rotation and make something small, like this rotation to have. Okay, go to scale also here and use uniform scale and use 1. And let's go to the factor here and use chronite and index. Let's write here, see what we get. Okay, and in clone use 18. So like you see now it's lot nice. And also I want to use the smaller spaces like this. Let's write the here to see. Okay, so let's go here and I need to move more my light up like this. Okay, and I think this is too bright, so you can go here in the light and you change the intensity to something smaller, uh, something like this, for example, and maybe you move the light down. Actually, you need to find something now it looks nice in your skin, and also you can go to randomize here and you change the random to make a more uh, different look. And you can see now it's look different. Okay, you see how it looks like now, and this is too dark. I want to make also light up this stuff here. So, okay, and you can see finally here I make it looks nice. This idea is in clone I use this here values, and here also. And in parametry I use this, in effector I use this. In the clone I use this here. By coordinates I use something like this. I make also some rotation to rotate the light and stuff. And in the light, in coordinates, I basically no need to have, we can make 0 this. And just this I did is I use fixed clone enabling and I move all my lights with the clone. So if you put this here, it's okay. Okay, so the next step I want to do is I want to rename the stuff. So let's group this here and call this Mothership. Okay, and let's move all the parts here so we have everything here. Now this I want to do, I want to write here numbers left and numbers right. Numbers right. Okay. Now this I want to do. I want to control all when I change, for example, this clone object here. Also to change my lights and change the numbers here. Okay, so let's go here and make a new xpresso tag, and in Mothership here, make a new user data, and make here integer data, and write this count. Okay, now I have this. I drag the Mothership here and I drag the count here, and I drag the Mothership. And in Mothership, I want to use the count same like I write. So I connect these both, and now when I go here in Mothership, actually I can control for here. So I write 80 counts, and it's going 18. Okay, now I back here and I drag the number left and the number right. Okay, and I put here, and also I drag the count here and another one, and this I want to divide by 2 and minus 1. So this I want to do, I go right click in xpresso in my here in calculation, there is a math formula, and so I take my input here and I write 2, and this is I multiply, okay, and this is the integer, and the next I get is the number for the device, and I want to manage by 1. So I take this, I hold control and I drag, and I put this and I write 1, and I go here and I write device. Okay, and now I connect this here and this here. So like this now. Okay, I have 0, something mistake. Okay, yeah, here you need to write 2, multiply by 2, and now when I go, basically divide by 2. Here I divide by 2 and minus 1. Okay, like this. And here I use subtract. Okay, divide and subtract. Now when I go here, you see I have 8. So like this, very easy. I can say, okay, I have 10, and you see also the number changes. Okay, so I say I want. Okay, I need also to go here because if you remember, we have the number 1 and the 8, and also I need to drag this here, and I drag this here, and I take this number also because I want the maximum number to be like my clone. Okay, and now I connect all this stuff. Let's go to Mothership key and use something like 3, 4, and you can see there is 1 here, the 2 is here because I skip 1, if you remember. So you can see it's working. Okay, nice. And now we fix this. Let's write here back 18, and the last is the light. So let's open this and let's see in the light. So we have the basic light in the corner. So basically I drag the light here and I put the count, and now I need the device, nothing else. Okay, so now and next I take this key also because this is the same like the count, and I drag the count here. And that is. And now very easy. I change. I want, for example, 6 count, and now all the lives and my parts is begin. Is working like I have. So like this, I can control very easy. So I want 18, and when I read, so you can see I have 18 here. So if I make something like crazy, like let's say something 15. Okay, let's try this. Okay, you see how much now. Let's rate this. And you have a 50. You can see how crazy now. We have very big tune here. And also this is the rating is low. So if you want to see something more interesting, make medium. And let's try again 18 rating. But before this, let's put the lights here. So we have also everything here. So basically this is the Mothership skin light. And also let's go to the Mothership here, and if you remember we have some parts inside. Let's enable it. So like this we see also the glass. Okay, and now let's rate them. Okay, and here you can see how it looks like the final rate, and you can see it's very cool. And this is no maybe the final in the project. We make animation and we make the character, and we see the space moving and stuff. And we put also light in the sky inside the space and the stuff. Maybe we change a little the light, but this is nice for the begin for the project. So you can see it's very cool. Yep, you can see the textures material. This tutorial is finished. Thank you for watching this video, and more plugins and tutorials coming soon.